And can you give me an idea, or give the viewers an idea of what the reactions are in the classroom when you walk in there?
Generally, the reactions have been favorable. We've had our moments where people disagree, but I think only once has somebody been, you know, inappropriately disagreeing with us, or not, let's say, in an academic fashion. But people have been very receptive. And at the end of a training, people sign an agreement if they choose to, saying that they agree to be an ally to the community. You know, none of us go into these things pretending to be experts. I preface every training with that. We're not experts, we're not the end-all to this information, and in fact, much of the information we may present to you is questioned within the queer community, but at least you're getting some basic knowledge, you're getting, you know, the basic introduction, and, you know, you can do with it what you like after that, but at least now you can say you've had it.
I want to open up that next question to all of you, but I want to start with Mary. How do programs like Ally help students struggling with their sexuality?
Yeah, I actually did want to comment on how positive it is to have a program like this on campus. I've said before, and I will always say, education is the most important thing. And I think that, well, we do have a very queer-friendly campus. And I feel perfectly comfortable on campus, and most of my friends do as well. I think that we don't realize how many individuals don't understand anything about the queer community. And I'm not saying that they need to be well-versed in queer terminology or queer life or any of that, or necessarily be going to events every week or any of that, but like some of us do. Just kind of a general understanding that queer people, LGBT people are out there, and that we do what other people do and what individuals do affect our lives in positive or negative or neutral ways. So I think having this program out there has been one way of extending, sort of proactively educating other students. Instead of expecting them to come to us, we're going to them and giving them a little taste of what queer people are thinking and feeling, which I think is really important, because a lot of people don't even think about there being queer people around.
And I think, just as we would say, you know, with things like, you know, as you see more, okay, sorry, let me rephrase that. As you know, very often queer life has been sort of, you know, pushed into the closet, or, you know, swept sort of under the rug. And I think the more visibility people have on campus through programs like the Ally program, through the club like LGBT or the sorority, or the Queer Studies program itself, it allows students who might be questioning their own sexuality to, you know, to find a social home, to think about an academic space where they would feel comfortable, to find a social group where they could interact with, you know, other folks and not feel like the constant freak in the room, you know. And that sort of, you know, I mean, that's the homophobic sort of language that has always been used against people in the queer community and in LGBT communities. And so I think just allowing that visibility to start occurring on this campus becomes an educational tool in and of itself. And I think that, you know, as we sort of work with this, I think it's important to hold both sides of the equation. The places where we find the support, but the places where also there's a need for more stuff to happen, you know, more education. And so I think you all are forerunners here, you know, and brave to do the work that you're doing, because I think that, you know, pure education is, I think, really important.
Well, I'll say that the faculty support that we've received too in the past couple of years has been, I mean, amazing. I don't know what we could have done without it.
Ally wouldn't exist without Gina Messick-Hesme and Sheena Malhotra and all of the professors who invite us in and have been very supportive.
Yeah, it's really a team effort, I think, and it's really appreciated on the part of the students, definitely.
And can you maybe say why it is so especially important to find an open-minded university as opposed to any other place in society?
Well, I think definitely for somebody who might be a queer student, the answer is a little bit obvious. Just to find a space to feel accepted and, within the circle of the university community. But I think even for somebody who, thinks, even though I would challenge that, but thinks they have nothing to do with queer people or queer life, you live in a multicultural and diverse world, and that's where you will sort of go after you finish your time here at CSUN. And I think exposure to different communities and diverse populations is key in anything you do, and I think for all students, I think that can be a huge help.
I think the programs we've heard about so far in the show, they're all really, really interesting and important for the students here at CSUN. But what kind of changes would you like to see in the upcoming years for the queer community here at CSUN? Maybe we can start with Mary.
Wow. I don't know. Since I've been here, I think I've seen the queer community grow a lot. If not, there's the queer studies minor got started up my sophomore year, I believe. The club that I'm involved in has grown exponentially over the past couple of years. This Ally project got started. I've been seeing a lot of positive growth and movement. I guess I would just ask for that to continue happening. I do kind of want to see a little bit more excitement and radical maybe movements from some of the students. And myself and some other students have been talking about getting some of that started. But yeah, I guess just kind of keep going with the way we've been going and keep educating and keep getting the word out there, because it's been really positive for me the past couple of years.
I would add to that I think a key component to the whole thing always is going to be building bridges. So between the Chicano Studies Department, the Pan-African Studies Department, groups that are often marginalized should find common cause. And it's one thing I always think about, where would you have stood with Malcolm or Martin or Cesar Chavez, A lot of us think we would have been there. So where are people standing right now to stand up for the queer kid on campus, I think that there's really room for people to get together and find common cause.
Where would you like to see the Ally program go?
I'd just like it to grow. I'd like to have more people, so we can serve more classrooms. Right now, it's me and 5 revolving volunteers, and I'm always looking for more people who want to come in and share their stories. It's crucial to have people come in and share their stories, and I'm always on the lookout for somebody who wants to do that. So, the more people we get, the more classrooms we can serve.
And Sheena, where would you like to take the queer studies minor?
Well, I think growth is, like I said, we're a baby program right now. We want to grow, and maybe someday we'll have a major. We're doing our first rainbow celebration for people who are graduating from the minor this coming spring. So that's going to be a first. And so different things like that celebrate our students.
What is that rainbow celebration? Can you say that?
They're going to have a special graduation ceremony. Well, a celebration of our graduates. It's not an actual graduation. A celebration of our a special, celebration of people who are graduating from the minor, but also queer students across campus who might want to participate.
Well, I look forward to seeing and hearing all these programs growing and hopefully going in a positive direction. That's actually all we have time for today. Thank you for watching. My name is Katherine Opitz, and this is On Point. I want to thank all of you again for coming out to our studios at the Cal State Northridge Journalism Department. It was a great show, and I appreciated the excellent discussion. On Point usually airs on the city-owned public access station, Channel 36, usually on Sunday afternoons. It's in the same hour as Valley View News, CSUN's half-hour weekly newscast, also produced by our advanced broadcast news students. The city's budget crisis has left LA 36 in jeopardy. But you can check the schedule on la36.org. And On Point is always posted on YouTube. Search for CSUN and On Point and look for my name, Katherine Opitz.